Dr. Karl is here to enlighten, well, I hope me, and possibly you as well, on whatever science-related question you may have for him. Martin, in Clapham, what have you got for Dr. Karl?
Hello, Dr. Karl.
Hello, Dr. Martin. Welcome to the show.
Well, I wish I was a doctor. Pleasure to talk to you. I just want to ask, I don't know how to phrase the question, but could or can global warming trigger or influence a non-natural ice age?
Yes. By getting the planet warmer, we can actually make parts of it colder. And I'm sorry to say, Martin, it's right where you live. Forgive me. Let me explain how it works. Okay? There's this thing called the thermohaline current. It is a huge current. It carries chunks of water the size of continents every second. It redistributes heat around the planet. It carries in it many, many more times heat energy than is the world's total electrical output. It comes past Spain, comes past the United Kingdom type area, carrying warm water from the equator. Does a U-turn, then comes back down again, past the bottom of Africa, past the bottom of the Indian Ocean, bottom of Australia, up into the Pacific, does a loop, all that sort of stuff. Now, we are pretty sure from the models, the climate warming models, the oceanographic models, that this thermohaline current can be switched off by massive amounts of fresh water coming down from Greenland and the Arctic. And in November 2004, the thermohaline current, which keeps you warm, switched off for 10 days. And we have no idea why. And if it stayed switched off, you would then be in a situation of having the ocean freezing down as far as Holland, the Netherlands, and you would not be growing the crops that you grow in Europe at the moment. But after 10 days, it switched on again, and we have no idea why. There's so much about our world we don't know. So yes, under this scenario of global warming, where the Arctic and the Greenland ice caps begin to melt, and the cold, fresh water switches off the thermohaline current, on average the world is warming up, but there can be local areas, such as that little tiny place called Europe or whatever it's called, and the United Kingdom, which, by the way, would fit easily into one of our states called Queensland, which has a population of 3 million, not 300. In that part of the world, Europe, United Kingdom, you'd have localised cold. Does that sort of answer your question, Dr. Martin?
So, very cold in Clapham, Martin.
Yes, I was just wondering, like, on a time scale, how long would it take for it to reach sort of, say, London? Or would it go as far as Malaga? Or
well, if you got as far as Holland in that 10-day switch off, I guess, Dr. Karl, Holland's pretty blooming close.
Well, it didn't, but it could. If it stayed switched off, it would be a disaster. And the only way that we'll know what happens is when it happens. The only way we'll know that we've reached the tipping point is after we've tipped over the edge.
Martin, don't lose sleep over it tonight, but